Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Safli Azan bin Imam Safaat. Now I am do MBA at JSD UKM. In this video, my lecturer, Prof. Dr. Fairuz, want to me do the video corporate about governance. And this video have two issue. And then first, one issue is have a two question, and then we can see this first issue about Professor Tila was about to finish marketing students paper, and then he have get from calling about revealing working as a finance control in a startup company where the CEO and CFO have provided fraudulent financial statement to the bank, the financial overstat and sales and receivable account, and false entries were made without knowledge of the finance controller. So the first question is, if the company does not have an internal whistleblowing policy, advise the caller of the next appropriate and alternative course of the action he can take, what the advantage and disadvantage, so this alternative action. So maybe I will advise on the appropriate next step or alternative action the caller can take in this situation. First, I must emphasize that I am not a lawyer and financial advisor. So my advice is maybe too general, and he should seek professional advice before making any critical decision in this matter. So the first advice to her is discuss with finance and executive officer. The first step he should take is to talk to CFO and CEO to get a deeper understanding of this situation. Ask in detail about pre-sale credit transaction that have been uh, arranged and how they relate to accounting standard and company policies. Must be sure to express your concern about suspect fraud and accountability issue. So I think this advantage is this approach will give you more accurate information about the situation before making further decision. You can get perspective from both the CEO and CFO before making any important choice. But the disadvantage this suggestion or advice is, if actually fraud has occurred, the CFO and CEO may not be completely honest in revealing the true situation, or may try to hide the information. If that is the case, you may need to take additional step to protect the company interests. So the second advice is to get legal and financial uh, advice. As the situation involves complex legal and financial issue, it is highly recommended to seek professional advice from a corporate lawyer and financial advisor. They can help her understand the legal and financial implication of possible action and guide he in taking the right and the legal step. So the advantage, this advice is maybe professional advice will help you uh, make more informed decision and ensure he can take appropriate and legal action. And then the disadvantage, this Advice is the cost involved in seeking professional advice can be high, and the process can be time consuming. So the conclusion is the final decision regarding this action to be taken will depend on the deeper understanding of the situation and fact know the cult. However, it is important to prioritize integrity and honesty in business, involve financial and legal experts to accurately assess the situation. Okay, for the next question is recommend step to be taken to establish an internal whistleblowing policy in the Colts company. So in this question, to establishing an internal whistleblowing policy is important to promote ethical behavior, transparency, and accountability within an organization. Such policies encourage employees to report any suspected or unethical activities without fear of retaliation. Maybe here are some recommended steps for establishing an internal whistleblowing policy in that company. Maybe me can suggest first must be develop a written policy. Yes, I think this written policy is very important. So to make sure the company have a good policy and good employee can follow, so the company must develop a writing the policy that. And the second is anonymity and confidentiality. So to ensure employee can do the report concern, make sure the company have anonymously and that their identity will be kept confidential to the extent permitted by law. This will help them feel more comfortable coming forward with sensitive information. And third, maybe we can do multiple reporting channel, provide multiple channel such as an anonymous hotline, maybe channel Telegram, maybe WhatsApp, maybe email address. So the employee can report their concern and that multiple reporting channel. And fourth is training and awareness. Conduct regular training session to educate employees about the whistleblowing policy, its importance, and the reporting process. Make sure all employees are aware of the policy and know how to access reporting channel. And fifth is investigation process. Define a well structured and fair investigation process for dealing with report. Assign an experienced and unbiased individual to conduct the investigation, ensuring that the findings are carefully documented. And this sixth is legal and regulator compliance. Ensure the policy complies with all relevant law and regulation relating to whistleblowing and financial misconduct reporting. And the last is promote an ethical culture, right? Fourth, a corporate culture that value integrity, transparency, and accountability. This will encourage employee to act ethical and report concern without hesitation. So by following this step, whistleblowing companies can establish an effective whistleblowing policy that encourage employees to report any suspected uh, or unethical activities, including concern they rise about CEO, CFO, questionability, accounting practice. This policy will help the company address potential issue early and maintain in commitment, ethical conduct, and financial transparency. So it's the first issue. The second issue is about Awang Akil AA took over as chairman of TESB in 2013 following a bribery and corruption scandal. He has tasked by shareholder to achieve at least a break even in 2014 and consistent profit the three thereafter during his uh, tenure. Awang Akil discovered that overtime costs were very high, making up 40% of total manpower cost in 2013, a 10% increase from the previous year. The CEO explained that mandatory and voluntary overtime were used to cope with understanding due to a heightened overhead, resulting in operational issues such as increased medical leave and workplace injured. So the first question is second question about A. Question is describe stakeholder issue highlighting in the above case. So what issue is firstly is about uh, shareholder voice their concern about the company performance and future. They give Awang Akil a stern warning to at least break even in 2014 and ensure consistent profitability. And then they may be concerned about because previous bribery and corruption scandal have caused a decline in the company's performance and reputation. Their decision to emphasize on return on capital and consistent profit show that they want to ensure the stability and growth of the company. Second is Awang Akil faced with several issues that need to be overcome during his leadership. One of the main issues is the high cost of overtime, which accounted for around 40% of the total labor cost in 2013. Awang Akil acknowledged that the lack of the jobs has led to the use of monetary and voluntary overtime as a temporary solution. So, however, he realized that his was not a long-term solution because it can cause fatigue and increase the risk of work accident. And then the third issue is employees are dealing with fatigue from working overtime and experiencing increased injury rates due to working conditions that affect their well-being. So they also face dissatisfaction with the existing training system, feeling that the training program offered do not enhance their career value or help them achieve a high salary. And the last is a high turnover rate can indicate that there is a problem in employees' retention and development. So, if a company is unable to retain talent and skilled employees due to uncompetitive wages, that can lead to the loss of valuable knowledge and experience and disrupt operational continuity. Overall, the problem faced by TESB described by various stakeholders such as shareholder, CEO Awang Akil, and employees. The key issue include the high cost of overtime and its a negative consequence. The need for better succession planning, effective training system, and competitive compensation to attract the retained talent employees. as understanding and solving the issue will be the key for Awang Akil to bring about positive change in the condition of the TESB and improve the company performance. Okay, the last question in second question is suggest how Awang Akil should address the stakeholder concern in the context of corporate responsibility. So maybe I can suggest to address stakeholder concern in his context of the corporate responsibility. Our Akil maybe needs to take a number of strategy steps to improve performance and ensure the long-term viability of the ASB. Here are some. So this maybe suggestion to consider. First is reduction of overtime cost. Awak Akil need to take action to reduce overtime cost. This includes reducing reliance of mandatory and voluntary overtime. To overcome the shortage of workers, Awak Akil should consider about the others approach such as recruiting more workers, providing clear career opportunities, and attract talent with competitive wages and advantage. Second is increase supervision and enforcement. So our Akil should ensure that the enforcement of the employees is strictly follow. Supervisor of employees' attendance and payment of overtime wages should be tight. This will promote compliance with regulation and ensure the employees work uh, the prescribed working hours. And the third is fingerprint biometric time and attendance management system. So this is can be managed by system through the cost may be high. The expand but expected return on this investment in the long term will compensate for it by minimizing deviation. And fourth is improve salary competitiveness. Our uncle needs to review its salary and benefit structure to make it more competitive with the surrounding industry. Higher wages and good benefits will attract quality employees and help retain talent in the organization. And the fifth is skill develop programs and career opportunity. So maybe it's this important because to stay in this about company in one company, skill develop must be and career opportunities lagi more di look. And the sixth is legal and regulated compliance. So the last is recruitment and retention of young worker. So by taking this step, Awang Akil is able to address stakeholder concern and strive to improve TESB overall performance. It's important for Awang Akil to focus on the long-term sustainability of the company by prioritizing ethics, integrity, and high quality of work. Maybe that's all from me. And very thank you from my professor. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.